Hello, YouTube, and welcome to another Elevated TV production. We are at South Boston tonight, virtual South Boston anyway, for the Rolling Thunder Racing Series. We're going to be doing 125 laps in the Super Stock class here. So, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather, and I'm also going to be doing producing, so I'm going to have a switching back and forth between screens just like right now, so sometimes I may kind of seem like I'm not paying attention, but luckily I got my good buddy over here with me at the other end of the virtual couch, Mr. Charles Oberg. Charles, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Tracy, I'm so excited about this race. I get excited about all these races. Every time I get to tune in to watch a race on Elevated TV, I get really souped up because you never know what you're gonna get. We got a 10-car shootout tonight. This is gonna be a 125 laps, but still these guys are drag racing to the end of this race without a lot of guys on the track. So this is going to be pretty interesting, Tracy.
Yes, it sure is, Charles, and I can't really wait. South Boston is one of those classic tracks. We're both pretty familiar with it. It's been a long time since I've driven this particular car here, but I can tell you this much, and I think you can verify it. When you start romping down on these cars or on the throttle coming through the corners, those straightaways get very narrow very quick. So it's going to be interesting here. We've got, I think we're showing about 10 people here now, so we might as well go ahead and take a look at our qualifying starting grid. In row 1, we got Bryson Daffer grabbed the pole, and Caleb Burge to his outside. In row 2, we got Dakota Bro, maybe? Sorry if I messed your name up. And then Austin Swinford outside row 2. Row 3, on the inside, we got the 26 of Landon Farmer to his outside to be the 15 of Austin Williams. Row 4, we got Bailey Threet and John Riddle to his outside. Row 5, we got John Robbins, and to his outside will be David Pollard. And then we have race control on the inside row on row number 6. So there we go.
Race control is going to be our eyes from the skies, and he's going to keep these guys in check and make sure they're doing the right thing. So let's strap back, guys. Keep your seatbelts on at home, because I know these guys got their seatbelts on right now, because it's kind of getting very interesting as we hit green light checkered flag, man. This is green light racing, and super late models. Guys are getting it.
Oh yeah, oh no, we got someone already slowed down in the back. I couldn't make out quite who that was. We got a caution come out. I am waiting right now. I'm showing John Riddle in the 16 car. Let's see. Yeah, there he goes right there. Unfortunately, I did not get an alert here from my timing screen, so it's going to be a little bit hard for me to go back, especially as fast as they're able to make their the pace laps under yellow here. So we're just going to stay with what we know.
This is such a short track. It really is, Tracy. But coming through that community radio network restart zone, man, these guys were really trying to get it. And they gave it all they had, man. They really did, and maybe a little too much. I think they let it loose again, and this is the Braxton Dweese Racing green flag start, and the 18 just sails away.
Yeah, he's pulled out to about a half-car lead right now, but we got some side-by-side running back there in positions 3 and 4 with Dakota Burrow and Landon Farmer. And on top of that, it looks like Austin Williams in the 15 maybe trying to close up as well. I tell you
I
what,
mean,
man, these suckers are hauling the mail around this track, man. I'm here to tell you.
they really are. They're going all out right now. But you would short track. You want to run the low line, man. You really can't rubber in that top line. You kind of have to get it into the corner. So you gotta imagine a lot of these guys just want to sell it. We're gonna run a freight train tonight. We're just one car after the other. Maybe use a bumper. Maybe wait for the guy in front of you to kind of wear out his tires and make a pass that way. But we're going to see a lot of different strategy because you really can't pass here on the outside line. This South Boston is one of those tracks where you either do a bumper run or you kind of wait until the guy in front of you runs out of tires.
Yeah, and speaking of which I may have to, let's see here, kind of take that, we go. We've got one extra set of tires in the pits. They are offering one fast repair tonight, and there's going to be 3 attempts at a green-white checker. And as we were over here in the drivers' meeting there, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's going to be a stage break here at lap 62, where everyone will have to come in and take tires at that point.
No, you're absolutely right, Tracy. They can't take their tires before or after that stage break. They have to take them at 62. So everybody is, on an equal playing field, and kind of something I'm really, really never watched before. So I'm kind of curious of how that works out. Where, you gotta take tires when you have to. Where a lot of these guys, I think, they're used to racing. They kind of become their own crew chiefs, and they say, hey, I'm gonna use my tires a little longer this run. Let me short stop, and there's all sorts of strategy with having control. But race control said, hey, we're gonna take him at 62, and that's what you're gonna have to deal with. So I think a lot of these guys are gonna have to deal with something they're not used to today.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and I noticed that Caleb Burge in the number 4 car, he's actually scored in the number 3 here, but his car is painted with a number 4. Set the new session fastest lap with a 14.525. So
Look at his brake balance though. He's using a lot of rear brake in that car. More rear brake, because you see it right there in that shot. The rear brake is glowing. Usually you see the front brake glowing a lot more. So maybe he's got something a little different than anybody else. Figured out something a little different that's going to save him some tire wear, or So, all right, I'll say this now. We're at lap 21. Fuel is not going to be a problem tonight, guys. Anybody watching, anybody thinking, fuel's going to be a situation. These guys got plenty of fuel before and after the stop to make it, more than enough fuel to make it to the end of the race. So, this race is going to be about the tire stop at the break. They actually took a lot of strategy out of this race and wanted these guys to race on skill.
Yeah, I'm still interested to see how that's going to work too, because I'm not 100% sure whether or not the yellow flags will count. In other words, I have seen some real life race series where you take a break, you come in, you get 5 minutes, do whatever it is you want on your car, and you come out in the exact same position that you went in. But I'm not sure if this one is going to be a live pit stop or not, where even though the stage break comes out, you got to take tires, because the pit stop may be live. So if you're speeding the pits or have an infraction, or maybe one of your pit guys mess up, you could lose, potentially, if that's the way it's going to work, lose several positions.
Yeah, no, I agree with you 100%. As Birch, he's run the fastest lap so far of the race at a 14.52, and you see him just stuck to the back of Defford. He's not pushing the issue either. He's just running his race. But if you notice, Defford doesn't have a lot of brake glow, but Verge has quite a bit of brake glow in his car, man. So that may play a role towards the end of the race. We're gonna have to wait and find out and see about that.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how that affects the car. I do know that that's a sign that you've got, like you were saying earlier, a lot of the brake bias set use a lot of rear brake, and yeah, I'm not sure what that heat will do to the tires, if it's going to actually help handling or hurt it. But honestly, just from a racer's perspective, whenever I see something like that and see the leader with no glow whatsoever, either on the front or rear tires, it makes me wonder if he isn't in the catbird seat. But as we see him blinking, oh boy, and as soon as I said something, jinxed him, put it in the wall, or scraped it a little bit, but that could be netcode as well, because he's having a little bit of internet connections here. We've seen him flip on and off a little bit there.
Yeah, I wanna say, brake bias, brake wear, stuff like that. It puts a lot of heat on your tires. It really, so heat's got to dissipate to the lightest material. So you've got the brakes, you got the rims, you got, heat's got to go somewhere. So rubber is kind of the weakest material in that whole setup. So when you start overcooking the brakes, you start kind of wearing out the tires more and more. You start softening that rubber as heat gets into the rubber. It softens. It does affect it.
Yeah, and that I'm not sure what that softer rubber will do on the back of the Burgess car there, if it's going to help him or hurt him. But I would love to go through the field here, but I just feel like Burge at any moment going into one of these corners is going to make an attempt on the number 18 of Daffer.
Do you think he will? My money's on. It just seems he's just content on just running behind him. It looks like these two have dominated the race, and I think Bert might make his move towards the end, and he's just buying his time. This might be just something they just run out until the last few laps. We're at lap 40 right now, and there hasn't been any pushing, there hasn't been any shoving. So this might be something they've settled into, and the number 4 is just buying his time. He's right up there with them. There's no difference in times or lap times or whatever. They're bumper to bumper. So why should the number 4 push anything?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think if I were in his position, I would just kind of ride there, especially just showed him scraping the wall a little bit. So maybe some of the ribs leaving the car or starting to push coming off the corners. But
yeah,
several laps ago, I did see him kind of put his nose inside the 18, so that kind of had me, I don't know, I guess, didn't know whether or not he was actually going to try to pass it or not.
No, he did take a look, Tracy. Maybe he did. South Boston's one of those tracks where it just kind of wears you down throughout the whole night. You got guys just in a rhythm. It's a rhythm track, short track. A lot of short tracks are rhythm tracks, and so you got to find your rhythm here, and you don't want to do anything to deviate
Yeah, well, going back to those rear brake rotors glowing like that, you'll notice now all of a sudden Burgess seems to be having a lot of trouble coming off the corners because I'm seeing sparks on every other corner there. And down in third and fourth position here, it looks like we got some competition. It's Dakota Burrow or Bro. We'll have to figure out exactly how he says that name. It's Bro.
Burrow maybe, but
Yeah, I
he's
don't know.
digging in it. He's trying to stay out in front there, but the 15 is Boston Williams. He's right there with them.
Yeah, he sure is.
We got a lot of action out on the track tonight. Even though we got 10 cars, this is kind of a drag race. Everybody's kind of drag racing. And you can see, like you said, you can see guys that have set up their brake bias to, more of an even brake bias, so, 50-50 front and rear. So, you see that brake glow right there, which is actually one of my favorite parts of racing. When you go to a local track and you see those rotors glowing, dude, and, the cars are just going for, all the horsepower they can get, and the smell and the sound. That brake glow is absolutely amazing.
It is, man. That's one of my favorite parts too. Along with smelling that race fuel, rubber, starting to burn. You get a little rubber dust on your forehead. Oh yeah, I love that.
Oh, absolutely. So real quick, Tracy, I just wanted to mention, you guys are having a good time here. Our next special event is the South Carolina 400. Guys, gotta stay tuned to that. Like, subscribe, lock into the channel, join us for that. That's gonna be a great event, man. South Carolina's 400. That's a good track and a lot of action. So, please stay tuned to that.
Yeah, that would be real nice. Well, I'm not sure. I believe they're actually running the South Carolina 400 today at Florence. Unfortunately, I'm a subscriber to the Float Network, and they were broadcasting it on Ultra Racing or some network I haven't quite heard of. It was kind of expensive to join up just for one race, but that Florence Motor Speedway, man, that always puts on a great show. So I wished I could have seen it, but I'm sure this, South Carolina 400 is going to be coming up here on night racing. It's going to be very exciting as well.
Yeah, I'm telling you, being a guy from the Northeast, racing shuts down right at the beginning of November, end of October. We have a couple turkey derbies or the fall classics or whatever they have out here. But after October, early November, we don't have any races. So I do appreciate those Southern Series. Love to watch them. It just piques my interest, man. I don't get to watch racing live, and I have to watch it on TV.
Well, it's interesting you say that, because next weekend, me, my brother, and my nephew will be at the Thanksgiving Classic, Southern National Raceway Park. We got a trackside park, so we'll be parked in between turns 3 and 4. What I consider to be the best view of the track at that particular track. And we've got a caution. This is our stage break coming out right now. So I guess
this is stage break. So we're gonna see everybody in the field has to come in and get tires. I don't think anybody's gonna get fuel. I think they were good on fuel from the beginning of the race. So maybe just top off or something in case of cautions or whatever. But we're gonna watch these pit times, and we're gonna tell you who opted out of taking fuel, who only took tires. Maybe some of them only took one side, right. I know this track kind of eats up right sides a little bit, but yeah, we're gonna see who takes 4-2. I
Oh,
don't,
it
I
looks
don't know.
like everybody's taking 4 right now. Oh, and there is a race off of pit road. You can tell how they're slamming it here. So that I'm not sure. It must have been mandatory to take 4 tires, so everybody had to do it.
Yeah,
But there,
yeah, everybody's pit times were within 24 to 22 seconds. Which is those pit guys are working, dude. They they they're not professionals, but in the super late models, you get the guys just hanging around the garage that can kind of help you out. But super late models, a 22
yeah.
second pit stop is pretty fast, man.
Oh yeah, for 4 tires, absolutely, man. They got some of the they got some friends that know how to work a lug wrench for sure.
Oh yeah, and Treat, Billy Treat had the fastest pit stop of 21.8 seconds. So those guys were working. I don't know what he did, but he did something good that stuff.
Yeah, it's a very unique paint scheme he's running there too, painted up into 61. Of course, we've got a lot of good looking paint schemes here. I'm trying to see if we can't get through some of them here. If I can.
Well, Tracy, I always say it, man. These guys go above and beyond, searching out for the paint scheme they want, or hiring somebody, or doing it themselves. A hobby above the hobby is creating your goal. Oh my
Whoa!
God, we went green, and the 18 is around, and he's facing the opposite way on the track. Everybody gets around him. Thank God, Deffern, like he was kind of doing really good tonight. What happened on that restart?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Well, let's see if we can find out here. Because we kind of missed the restart as I was going through the field with the cameras there, but you see they launched pretty good. Oh, I see the 52. The 52
Yeah,
of Dakota Bro got into him, or got into the corner just a little bit hot there, and kind of sent the 18 of Bryce Stafford around. He's got a little bit of damage there on his left front. I'm not sure if he got any
that's
wheel
very
damage.
unfortunate. I mean, they came to the community radio network zone really clean, but once that Braxton Doers Racing green flag drop, and they they were trying to get to the same spot as each other, and that two people can't occupy the same spot. That's Newton's law, or whatever science you throw at it, man. You can't be there with another guy. A total racing incident, nothing done personally, but that was tough for both those drivers.
Yeah, it sure was. And, yeah, it violates some laws of physics anyway. I'm not sure if it's Newton's law or not, but I'm not going to be too picky. But yeah, I think what was it? The 52 there. Oh, I see. He got sent to the back, so I guess he didn't. Well, he either claimed a caution or he didn't, and everybody got sent to the back. So, yeah, it was just one of those things there. You kind of get a run, you got your line figured out, and then all of a sudden somebody's arcing in a little bit, later, and you just can't occupy the same space going into the corners. Much better restart.
Yeah, oh my God, as we go through the community radio network restart zone and the Braxton Brace green flag start, these guys are on the mill, man. I would absolutely love a Stagger Pro Motorsports weather for it, man. Stagger Motorsports does a lot to inform us of weather, but we got an air temperature of 70 with me. Oh, as we got guys spinning in the back, I hear a lot of tire wear there.
Oh yes, and I'm seeing John Riddle is what I'm showing coming up here. And the number 16
I'm going to tell you,
car.
cautions, bring cautions, and you know, you and me, Tracy, we worked together for a while. How many times have we, you know, jinxed some drivers, or spoke out of tongue, and it just seems like
Oh yeah.
caution breeds cautions. It's inevitable. Oh, what did he do?
He
What did
just he
what
got
did he do?
he got a little bit loose coming off of 4 and then overcorrected. Watch this coming out of 4, gets on the
Oh
gas and
yeah.
then yep.
Oh
And
my
then
goodness. Full send. Full send. He was going for a little.
well, you know what they say, man. In order to finish first, you must first finish. So he just got a
I
little
like
happy.
that.
He got a little happy.
As
Holy
we go
cow!
green light racing again, man. The action doesn't stop here at
South
Golden
Boston.
Thunder Racing Series.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
these guys, they go and get it. Me and Tracy, we try really hard to keep the action, but sometimes it's just happening way too fast for us.
Oh, there's
As we got 15. Oh my God! So, all right. Oh God! I thought the 15 was gonna keep it straight. He tried, man. The 15 of who's that? Austin Williams. He really did try to keep it off the track, but that was unfortunate for him. The 52 gets into him. The 61 goes wide. Um, everybody just you know part in the Red Sea right there. You got the 15. Look at how wide the 15 gets in the middle of the track, giving anybody and everybody behind him no option. No option. The 15's in front of you. Like he took up the whole track. So very unfortunate for the 15, and very unfortunate to everybody that was kind of collected in that.
Yeah,
That
because
race right there.
even Bryce Daffern in the 18 car, who was our pole sitter, I believe, he even got a little bit of damage there. I don't know how much it was. Hopefully he didn't get any wheel damage to be able to continue. But man, it's like when these super late models start going sideways, it appears to be very difficult to straighten them back out.
No, I gotta guarantee you right now, these guys have all used their fast repairs. Most of these guys have definitely worn out their fast repairs. They got one for the race, so that's gone. The set of tires were, that was at lap 62, so it's mandatory. You had to change those. So now we're kind of at the end of the race where they only have 3 green, white, checker flags. As the pace truck, the lights are off. These guys are ready to go again, Tracy. What do you think about this?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Landon Farmer, what he can do. He'd been running in the top 5 pretty much all night. But that Caleb Burge in that 4 car, man, he has been fast right from the green flag. So here we go. They don't waste any time, man. It's like they pace around here at the pace street stocks are running right wide up, and I hear some more rubber, and I just cannot believe it's Bryson Dafford again, but it apparently is. So
yeah, so there was a little blinking in and out. So once again, I mentioned internet issues and stuff like that, where it's out of your control. But you got one guy that blinked out, and then he blinked back in. And fortunately, the 61 took the spot, and then the 18 kind of came back in. I don't blame the 61 at all, because I'm the same guy there, man. Like, you blink out, I don't expect you to come back. I expect you to lose into connection. So, I'm gonna be there, man. The guy in front of me blinks out. I'm gonna take that spot. So
Well, I
understand
can't.
that.
I can't blame you, but I tell you what, Charles, I'm scared to death. When they blink out, I have no idea where they're going to be, and I am so daggone worried. When they come back, they're going to be right in the middle of my hood. And
Yeah, no, I get it, and I've struggled with that issue. The pace lights are off, so we're getting ready to go green again. As the number 4 and 26, they line up and they gunning for the restart. This is going to be a good restart, and the boy takes off, and he's like, you know what, guys, I got to get somewhere tonight, and you guys aren't coming with me.
yeah, it looked like to me that Landon Farmer in the 26 car there might have spun his tires right at the get-go, and Caleb Burge was ready to launch it and send it away from here.
Was that the issue? I kind of missed it in the restart, but I can imagine, we only have one tire change, so you can imagine a lot of these guys are driving a little bit different. Some guys are saving their stuff for the end of the race. Some of the guys are pushing a little too hard. So guys that are pushing a little too much might be burning their stuff up, so those restarts are gonna be really slick for them.
Oh, they definitely are. Yeah, and it was starting to get really difficult. You can see the car starting to slide around a little bit at the stage break, which is halfway. So we've still got 25, maybe 33 laps to go here to the final. But those tires are starting to get punished, especially with everyone driving even harder now.
Yeah, the track rubbered in. It's a one-lane track. It's really nobody. You've noticed nobody's really been on the outside trying to make passes on the outside, so that outside's not really rubbered in. Right now, we're just really spread out, guys. I think I said it before. It's just the freight train kind of guys are one by one by one by one. I thought I saw a little 2x.
Yeah, they're starting to creep up. They're turning it into a lane and a half anyway. I'm not sure if they can actually make it too wide through the corners or not, but I bet somebody tries it before the night's over with. As we see,
we just saw the 18. Took a look inside of the 15. Look, the 18 is going to take the position away. If he can hold on to it, push the 18 up the track a little bit. The 18 just took away the position of the.
In the 15, he is in the wall. Austin Williams.
Yeah, so that whole scenario kind of set that up where guys moving and look at guys were moving and somebody didn't get through.
Yeah, it looked like the looked like the 19 of John Robbins may have gotten into his left rear. So, well, we'll take another quick little look at it here. Maybe we can get this bad boy here. I'll flip the camera angle around. Yep. Well, first of all, the 15 kind of scraped the wall, slowed down his momentum, and then the 19 got into his left rear, sent him right around.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, Tracy, I gotta go out on a limb here and say, the 15 really didn't see who was on his inside. He might not have had a good visual there. I'm sure his spotter was telling him, somebody on the inside, but we're talking about milliseconds. That was a racing incident. He couldn't have done anything better. That was very unfortunate.
It sure was. And I tell you what's the saying? Attrition is taking its toll here. These guys are starting to rough up. We got 25 to go. It's time to dig, baby. So it's not going to get any easier.
Yeah, we always say it's time to dig. 25. Let's go. Our good buddy Chris Golden. We always mention him. I miss him, man. He was a great guy. Got to work with him a bunch, but hopefully he's watching tonight and Yeah, these guys gotta go right now. This is it. You gotta make your moves now. If you want to win this race, you really gotta put it all on the line. You know, forget the tire wear, forget the anything is going on in your car right now. You just gotta hope and pray that you don't blow the motor and just get to the finish line.
That's right, Charles. At this point in time, man, it's all take and no give. I mean, you can't let up for a guy who maybe loses some momentum, scraping the wall or something like that. Man, you got to put the hammer down and just see what you got. Let the chips fall where they may. As we say, oh, look at there. We got a little side-by-side action. 15 and the 61. That's Austin Williams and Bailey 3. They have finally rubbered in. I'm not sure if the second lane's rubbered in or not, but they're finally able to make some laps around on the second lane through the corners.
Yeah, no, Three's trying to pedal back. He's doing everything he can because we don't forget he was caught up in an earlier incident, a couple earlier incidents, but he's one of those guys that he's always run up front. I think we ran a race with him last week that, not last week, the week before, but he knows how to run up front, and he's gonna give it all he has. He might get back up front. I don't know.
Well, I tell you what, I just love the exterior sound of these cars because they sound like super late models to me. And what I want to do real quick, if you don't mind, I'm going to see if we can't ride along on the roll bar here, Mr. Caleb Burge, real quick. See what it sounds like on the inside of one of these suckers. I mean, my goodness, look at how quick that straightaway comes up there, Charles. Come off the corner, you rump, and man, you're only in the throttle about 2 seconds, it seems like.
Yeah, so the trick to South Boston, man, you really got to get off the throttle very early, and you just got to let it roll through the corner. When the car sets, that's the only time you can get on the throttle. So it's an absolute dance in this car with your foot. You gotta have a lot of skill with your pedal here. Guys that treat the pedal like a light switch, they're not gonna make it around South Boston. So good for these guys that really understand how the throttle works.
Well, it looks like to me that Caleb Burge in the number 4 car there scored as the number 3. He's figured out how to work that throttle. Because, man, he is absolutely, well, I ain't going to say he's scorched them or anything. It seems like a great big gap. It's only 1.3 seconds. But on a track this small, that looks like a pretty big gap. And as we're now just reached the 10 to go point, I mean, at this point in time, man, all he's got to do is just kind of hit his marks and don't do anything crazy. And I think he's going to cruise home to a victory.
Yeah, so I just got a message in Discord saying somebody can't hear us. I don't know if we ran this broadcast without anybody hearing us, but yeah, well, I don't know if that's for you or me.
That would definitely suck, and I'm not exactly sure why that is, because I'm showing the voice meters in OBS. It is showing that everything is going great. So, yeah, everything's checking out, man. I'm not sure if that's a software issue or what it is, but I can certainly...
Well, hey, man, we've had a good time tonight, and I'm watching a race with my my good buddy Tracy here on the opposite side of the track. So, yeah.
Oh, we got a caution.
We just gotta go. Oh, why? Oh my God! With 5 to go. So don't forget, we have 3 green white checkers to figure it out, and I know the caution laps kind of eat at the regular laps. Oh, a self spin. Oh my God, Robert. and that
Yeah,
was
John
that was
Robbins.
devastating. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm not sure. Yeah, because I'm sitting here looking at our OBS feed, and that's kind of the last destination before it goes out to the World Wide Web, and we are sending a signal, baby. If it's not reaching the ears of our listeners, we certainly apologize. Me and Charles had a good night here already, and we're going to enjoy our night, whether or not anybody hears us or not. I do
Yeah,
apologize.
absolutely, absolutely. But the pace car dipped in. How fast is that pace car dipping in? We got about 5 or 6 cars. Yeah, they're battling. Everybody else kind of seems to have fallen off, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a lot of guys sitting in the pits right now, and the other half of the field, the top 5, they're going for it. So this is interesting.
Yes, it is. There's 52 of Dakota Bro.
As we hit the final lap, guys, we're here in the final lap, and it looks like Berg is he's gonna take it, guys. Look at him. He had a demanding lead and took that race. Congratulations to the number. I know it's 4 on the screen, but he was scored as number 3. But what a great race! All night long, he really held it together. But we're gonna have to figure out what's happened here. This was an absolutely insane finish.
Yeah, it was absolutely, and well, I tell you, man, we can. If I can find out how to make this thing go back here, we can actually see if we can't run it back. Yeah, I mean these cars go around here so doggone fast, Charles. I swear, feels like the pace cars running 85 miles an hour around here. But why don't we just take a real quick look back at that final lap?
That was awesome.
Yeah, the 52, that will be Dakota Bro, is battling with Landon Farmer. And then you see the 61 of Bailey Threet trying to sneak in there. Well, I'm not sure. I think he actually did end up grabbing 4th position. The boys,
Yeah.
We had a last lap spinner there. And I couldn't make out
Well,
quite who that
I'm
was.
gonna jump in, and I'm gonna say, like, Farmer and Rowe, they were battling a little bit, trying to get that 3rd or 2nd place finish. They weren't settled finishing there, but they kind of let Berg just drive away with it. Unfortunately, that's what's going to happen. On the last couple laps, you're trying to battle for position. You find yourself side by side with somebody else, and the guy in front of you actually takes off, and he just finishes way ahead of you. That's the nature of racing. If you're trying to go for it, so it'd be interesting interviewing these guys, and I think we should. Tracy, what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I was leaving it on a replay right now because I missed fireworks off in the background earlier. So I will see if I can't spin this puppy around, see if we can't get a spotlight our cars, which that right there looks pretty doggone good. I love the lineup here, on the final lap here. So let me hit this real quick. Hit this right here real quick. Hit that again, and there we go. Okay, dokie. So I guess let's see. Yep, somebody's already got our guys in here. 10-4, man. Well, Charles, I tell you what. Do you want to? Well, I know you've kind of run down, took off running. I'm not sure if you've made it with our 3rd place podium finisher yet or not, Mr. Dakota Bro. Bruh.
Rough to be.
Bruff. Well,
Rough.
Dakota, I just would like to say, man, I'm very sorry for mispronouncing your
It's
name
all
all
good.
that.
I've heard it my whole life.
Okay,
Yeah, so
Charles.
me too, man. I got Osberg, I got Ober, I got Chu. Dude, I feel your pain, but Caleb, man, how did you feel tonight, dude? What were you thinking the whole race? It was very interesting and one lane track. I'm sure you're kind of biding your time, but what did you feel? Tell the fans how you felt all night.
I mean, the car felt pretty good. The first half till the halfway break, I was just riding around, trying not to burn my stuff up. And then the last half, I mean, once again, just trying not to burn my stuff up too early, and I guess I didn't and pulled off the win.
Absolutely epic, man. Big shout out to you, dude. It was such a fucking God. I can't stop swearing, but it was such a great race. It was so exciting. Um, who's in your corner for this? Who do you think? Uh, you know, everybody's got somebody to support them. The mic's yours. Let us know.
I mean, I mean, my only reason I got this because I never got the race. So I started on iRacing about 6 years ago, 2 years before I actually raced, and then it just took off from there and it made me a better racer in real life. So that's about it. I want to thank my dad bought my PC, so it's really just him to thank.
Absolutely epic, man. You put on a great show tonight and way to dig through the field. There was a lot of accidents. There was a lot of diversity you had to overcome, but you really did. You look good. You look good on the broadcast, and stuck it out. So I'm gonna send it to my buddy Tracy. Tracy, what do we got next?
Yeah, we've got a name that's pretty familiar to me in the 26, Landon Farmer. He was a Leadfoot Racing League alum. I think he still races with us. We're kind of in between seasons right now. But Landon, have you got a copy there, buddy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, good, man. I tell you, I was making a comment to Charles that you always seemed, I'm not really sure that you were battling quite for the lead up until the end of the race there, but I mean, man, you were running in third and fourth place all night, and I was just also commenting to Charles, man, I just love these super stock cars here, super late models, excuse me. I mean, so if you don't mind, just take a minute and just kind of recap how you think the night went for you there first.
The first stint of the race really didn't go as planned. I was way slower than I thought I was going to be. I got lucky in the second half with a few cautions and a few guys getting wrecked out. It put me up front. I don't think I was ever really in contention for the win. I mean, Caleb was just crazy fast all night. It was just me and the 52, really. And that last restart, I mean, we battled each other super hard but super clean, and that's what I love about these guys. They're always super clean and fun to race with.
Yeah, it was definitely a great race, that's for sure. But compare for me because it's been so long since I've driven one of these super late models. I mean, how does it compare these days after several updates to the service here? Because they really from the outside looking at it at a broadcast review, man, they look like they were really hauling the mail. It was about all that me and Charles could do to show a replay before the green flag was coming back out. But I mean, can you give me a little bit of contrast between how this car drives between a late model stock?
They are completely different. The late model stock is majority of the time hooked up. It has a bunch of grip. These cars have zero grip. I mean, you get on the gas just a tad bit too early and you're spinning it right around. They're just completely different.
I got you. Okay. Well, I just want to congratulate you, Landon. Also look forward to seeing you next season, perhaps. If you want to run with us over there at Leadfoot. But anyway, as always, man, I want to congratulate you for finishing in second. And have you got any sponsors that you would like to thank tonight?
I'd like to thank 988 Suicide Hotline. It means a lot to me, and just let that know that it's out there. And then just myself, SimShot Studios. Hit me up for any pictures you're needing or anything like that.
Well, that sounds great, Landon. Again, congratulations on your second place finish, man. You certainly put on the show tonight, and you seem to be putting on the show no matter what the cars are. You're always running up front here with these guys, so good to see you back there again as well. So I think right now what we're going to do is see if we can't throw it back to my good buddy Charles Oberg, see if he is caught up with our race winner tonight. Charles, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Tracy, and I, ran down to the pits to catch our winner. He's actually in victory lane, but Caleb Burge, man, what a great race. How do you how did it feel all night long to kind of go through all that? That was an amazing race.
Yeah, thanks. It's just I just want to thank Cody for hosting this league. Gives us something to do in the winter when race season's over with. And just like Landon said, racing with all these dudes, they're clean, and that's what I like racing with them.
No, you're right, man. We watch this broadcast back over and over again, but this is a very clean league. But you have a lot of competition here, so winning this race wasn't something that was given to you. So was there a little bit of formula? Was did you take less gas or something? Was there something that you had that everybody didn't? Because you came in first.
Yeah, it was just the key of not burning the tires up, so not spinning the tires off four, which is very easy with these super late models. The gas is very touchy in them, so yeah, it was just lift a little bit earlier on the long runs and then get back in it a lot smoother instead of just smashing down on the gas.
Man, it's definitely not a light switch, but I'm sure you got a lot of people backing you up. You got a support system here that you can't go racing without guys behind you. So I'm gonna give you the mic and let you thank everybody and anybody that kind of helps you through this.
Yeah, just what I said. My dad bought me this just because I didn't really race when I was younger. And it was a pretty good investment. I mean, and then about 2 years later, after I ran this for about 2 years, I got a race car and I just won my first championship in Crown Vics at Anderson Speedway. And really just want to thank my dad for all this.
Absolutely amazing, man. And yeah, I get it, man. You got somebody behind you that could build you a car, or you guys work together, father and son thing, man. That is priceless. So happy for you, Caleb Burge, man. You put on a great show tonight. Uh, I couldn't be more happier than how we finished this out. Congratulations, man, and yeah, you have a great night, man. I'm gonna send it back up to Tracy, and Tracy, take us out for the night.
Well, I tell you, I would love to, Charles. Unfortunately, man, I don't have the broadcaster notes here in front of me, but I do happen to know that or this race is brought to you by Elevated TV, of course, and we are sponsored by W Energy, Eastern Technical Design Incorporated, 213 Simware, Blue Line Soft Wash, Tar River Environmental, and of course, CRN, the Community Radio Network. Our buddy Wesley Outland was unable to make it tonight. Normally, I'm filling in for him, so obviously the broadcast was down just a little bit, but I'm sure Wesley will be back here next week. We've also got the Leadfoot Racing League, is a league that we run, late model stocks only there. So anyway, that was what I was talking to Landon Farmer about. He's a member there. And then we've got Joyner Brothers Racing and Tricked Out Decals and Irving Used Auto Parts, Stagger Pro Motorsports, and Robbins Racing. And so, anyway, I'm not sure if you have anybody else on the broadcaster list there or not, Charles. Needs mentioning before we sign off here.
No, I think you kind of ran down that whole list of guys that the broadcast supports, but we got to give a shout out to Redline Studios. They're the presenting sponsor, Braxton Deweese Racing, Green Flag sponsor. We had a lot of great green flag runs off the beginning, and Stagger Pro Motorsports for that weather report. I don't think weather came into play tonight, but it was nice to have them along. Community Radio Network, Restart Zone. God, that was the most epic part of the race. Guys were just taking off. They weren't waiting for the flag. They decided when they wanted to go. But yeah, it was an absolute great race. And coming up, I just want to say, uh, the next special event we're running is the Southern Carolina 400. So you guys want to subscribe? You guys want to follow us on YouTube? Definitely, if you're into racing, this is the league to kind of fulfill what you need to do. Some more big events coming up is the Thanksgiving Classic, the Southern, as I just said, the Southern California 400, Christmas Clash, and the Snowflake and Snowball Derby. So, guys, we got a bunch of events coming up. Subscribe, get the notifications. Yeah, this is going to be amazing. I like it because I'm in the Northeast. I don't get to watch racing in the Northeast, man. They shut all these tracks down, so this is amazing for me.
Yeah, one more there that I would like to mention. I got a graphic up right now, Charles, that you can't see, but just want to let you know also December the 6th at 9 p.m. I think that's going to be, well, I'm not sure. I think there was some rumblings or rumors going around this series may switch to a Thursday night. So whatever night December the 6th is, that'll be the next scheduled Rolling Thunder iRacing Series race. And we'll be going to Nashville Fairgrounds. And me and Charles both will be there. I'm not sure if I'll be working at rocking the mic or not because hopefully Wesley will be back. But either way, we'll certainly see you there on December the 6th. So, Charles, that's everything I've got. Have you got any last statement or anything before we send this out off air here, buddy?
No, man, we had a great time tonight, and as always, it's a pleasure working with you. It's a pleasure working with Elevated Broadcast and all these guys in the league. Man, they're just doing a great job. You know, keeping it respectable and running some good races. So, very happy with all these guys here, and stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned because this is just going to get better and better. Last week we had a what was it, 2 thousandths of a second finish. So
Yeah.
you guys are gonna see some excellent racing here. So absolutely stay tuned.
I totally agree. And man, these guys have piqued my interest again in these super late models. Before the late model stock came around, this was my favorite car on iRacing. I'm interested to see just how different they are. Haven't driven them now in probably a couple of years. So anyway, this was a super fun race tonight. Certainly enjoyed it. I want to thank Cody Deemers, the owner of Elevated TV, Wesley Allen, who wasn't able to make it here tonight for the Community Racing Network, CRN, and of course, my good buddy down there, brother from another mother on the other end of the virtual couch, Charles. I want to call him Osberg, but I'm revising that, and I'm going to call him Charles Oberg by his real name. Hey, buddy, I had fun. I enjoyed it. For Charles and Cody, I'm Tracy Brown, the producer and under the weather broadcaster here, saying good night, everybody, and we will catch you back here on December the 6th at the latest. Stay tuned for the 3rd annual Thanksgiving Classic coming up November 28th through the 30th, 2025. The times will be to be determined here on Elevated TV. So thank everyone for watching, and we had a blast and look forward to doing it again. Good night, everybody. Y'all take care.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of Elevated Broadcasting. Elevated TV would like to thank all of our fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.